Hello students, in today's lecture we will continue waves. In this lecture we will cover NCERT section 14.6.1 to 14.7. So let's start. This is our disclaimer. Learning objective. Students, after attending this lecture you will be able to have a clear understanding of the closed and open organ pipes and beats. Alright, this is our index for today's lecture. We will start with 14.6.1 standing waves and normal modes. Then move on to the section 14.7 beats. 14.6.1 standing waves and normal modes. Now we are going to start with air columns and how they relate to sound production in instruments. Air columns are columns of air inside tubes that can vibrate to create sound, commonly found in musical instruments. When air is forced through a tube, it causes the air inside to vibrate, producing different sounds. An air column are also known as organ pipe. Generally, organ pipe are of two types. The first, open organ pipe. Second, closed organ pipe. We will discuss both one by one. Let's start discuss the topic of open organ pipes. An open organ pipe is a type of wind instrument where both ends are open to the air. This allows sound waves to form standing waves inside the pipe. Figure open organ pipe illustrates an open organ pipe of length L showing a standing wave pattern formed within it. Both ends of the pipe are open, meaning antinodes are formed at these ends. Let's discuss closed organ pipe. A closed organ pipe is an air column that is closed at one end and open at the other. This setup creates specific standing wave patterns. The closed end is a node while the open end is an antinode. Alright, so as shown in the figure here, closed end is node whereas open end is antinode. So this one is antinode and this one is node. I hope this is clear because here the end is closed and here end is open. The given figure illustrates a standing wave within a closed organ pipe of length L, which has one open end and one closed end. Open end and closed end. The dashed line represents the displacement of air particles. Now, in a closed organ pipe, one end is sealed. Alright, so this one is closed organ pipe. Here, one end is sealed, creating a node where air particles don't move. This is called a closed end. The other end is open, allowing a maximum air movement, forming an antinode. This setup supports standing waves with specific harmonics as shown in the diagram. Alright. In a wave, an open end acts as an antinode, which is a point of maximum displacement, as we have discussed above. In this setup, the closed end of the pipe is at position x is equal to 0. Open end is x is equal to L. Now, to form standing waves in a closed pipe, the length must be an odd multiple of a quarter wavelength. Alright, this means the length L is given by L equal to n plus 1 by 2 into lambda by 2, where n is an integer. This condition ensures that the wave reflects at the closed end and interface constructively with the incoming wave, which creates standing wave. Now, by rearranging the terms, we get the formula L equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 4. This formula shows the condition for resonance in a closed pipe. It states that the length L of the pipe must be an odd multiple of a quarter wavelength lambda by 4, where n is a non-negative integer, and for n equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on. The formula nu n equal to v divided by lambda n shows the relationship between the frequency nu n of a wave, its speed v and its wavelength lambda n. This formula nu n equal to 2n plus 1 into v divided by 4l calculates the frequency of the nth harmonic in a vibrating string fixed at both ends. Here n is the harmonic number starting at 0, v is the wave speed and capital L is the string length. Now, we get the fundamental frequency of first harmonic. So, that is nu1 is equal to v divided by 4l. It occurs when there is a node at both ends of a closed pipe. Third harmonic, nu3 equal to 3v divided by 4l, which is equal to 3 into nu1. Alright. The fifth harmonic, nu5 equal to 5v divided by 4l, which is equal to 5 into nu1. This means the fifth harmonic is 5 times higher in the pitch than the first harmonic. When an air column is open at one end and closed at the other, only odd harmonics are present. This means the sound produced has frequencies that are odd multiples of the fundamental frequency. This behavior is illustrated in figure 14.14, showing the normal modes of such an air column. So, this one is fundamental or first harmonic, third harmonic, and this one is fifth harmonic. Clear? Now, in an open organ pipe, both ends are open, allowing air to vibrate freely. This creates antinodes, points of maximum vibration at both ends. Unlike closed pipes, there is no node at the ends. This setup for different harmonic patterns. So, in the given figure here, this is open end means antinode. This open end antinode, and this is this one is node. Clear? This concept is similar to a stressed string fixed at both ends. Alright, so when such a string is plucked or vibrated, it forms standing waves with specific frequencies. The same principle applies to other systems like pipes or even musical instruments, where standing waves are formed. The formula nu1 is equal to n into v divided by 2l shows the allowed frequencies for standing waves in a string fixed at both ends. Here n is a positive integer, v is the wave speed and l is the string length. Each value of n gives a harmonic frequency. For fundamental frequency, we can say the fundamental frequency is the lowest pitch produced by a string or pipe. So for a string fixed at both ends, it is given by nu1 equal to v divided by 2l. This frequency determines the bass tone of the sound. Now, when a string vibrates at the second harmonic, it forms two loops. The frequencies is calculated as nu2 is equal to 2v divided by 2l, which simplifies to nu2 equal to v divided by l. This means the second harmonic has twice the frequency of the second note. Third harmonic occurs by substituting n equal to 3. So nu3 is equal to 3v divided by 2l in the string or pipe. Its frequency is 3 times the fundamental frequency, calculated as nu3 equal to 3v divided by 2l, where v is the wave speed and l is length. This shows how harmonics relate to the physical properties of the medium. A standing wave in an open pipe forms when sound waves reflect off the ends and interfere constructively. In an open pipe, both ends are antinodes. So this one is open pipe. So both ends, if we talk about the first fundamental or first harmonic, antinodes, antinodes. Second harmonic, antinodes, antinodes. Third harmonic, antinodes. This one is antinodes. Alright. So in an open pipe, both ends are antinodes, allowing maximum air vibration. As shown in the diagram, normal modes represent different harmonic frequencies, with the fundamental mode having one antinode in the middle, as shown in the figure 14.11. So all harmonics are present for open organ pipe. This means the pipe can produce a full range of frequencies that are integer multiple of the fundamental frequency, unlike a closed pipe which only allows odd harmonics. Let's look at the summary of normal modes, those we have discussed till now. So system, string fixed at both ends. Alright, boundary conditions, both ends are nodes. Fundamental frequency f1 equal to v divided by 2l, and harmonics present all harmonics. Similarly, pipe closed at one end. Boundary conditions, one node, one antinode. Fundamental frequency f1 equal to v divided by 4l. Odd harmonics only. Pipe open at both ends antinodes. f1 equal to v divided by 2l. All harmonics. So in vibrating systems, boundary conditions affect sound production. A string fixed at both ends has nodes at both ends producing all harmonics with a fundamental frequency of f1 equal to v divided by 2l. A pipe closed at one end has a node and antinode, resulting in only odd harmonics and a fundamental frequency of f1 equal to v divided by 4l. A pipe open at both ends has antinodes at both ends, allowing all harmonics with the same fundamental frequency as the fixed string. Understanding phenomena of beats. Beats is a sound effect that happens when two sound waves with slightly different frequency overlap. This causes the sound to get louder and softer repeatedly, creating a pulsing effect. The alternating loud and soft sounds are called beats. The beat period is the time between two consecutive heartbeats. It helps measure how often the heart beats. Consider two uh, waves of same amplitude A and slightly different frequencies omega 1 and omega 2 at x is equal to 0 are y1 equal to a cos omega 1 t and y2 equal to a cos omega 2 t. After superposition, we get a resultant wave y. So y equal to y1 plus y2. Here we have two waves y1 and y2. So the resulting wave y is simply y equal to y1 plus y2. This equation represents a wave composed of two cosine waves, different angular frequencies omega 1 and omega 2. The amplitude a is taken common. So y equal to a cos omega 1 t plus cos omega 2 t. So we are using trigonometry identity. Cos a plus cos b is equal to 2 cos a plus b divided by 2 cos a minus b divided by 2. Now in this equation we have combined two cosine waves with different frequencies using the trigonometry identity for the product of cosines by letting a equal to omega 1 t and b equal to omega 2 t. The expression simplifies to a product of two cosine and we get y equal to a into 2 cos omega 1 t plus omega 2 t divided by 2 cos omega 1 t minus omega 2 t divided by 2. So rearranging the terms, so it will be 2a cos omega 1 minus omega 2 divided by 2 multiply with t into cos omega 1 plus omega 2 divided by 2 into t. So by substituting these expressions for omega b and omega a in terms of omega 1 and omega 2, we simplify the equations and express the beat frequency and average frequency in terms of individual frequencies as y equal to 2a cos omega b t into cos omega a t. Now we have the expressions of two new angular frequencies omega b and omega a based on two given frequencies omega 1 and omega 2. Omega b is the difference between omega 1 and omega 2 divided by 2, while omega a and omega a is their sum divided by 2. This is commonly used in physics to simplify expressions. If the absolute difference between two angular velocities omega 1 and omega 2 is less than the critical angular velocity omega 1, it implies that omega is greater than omega b. Therefore from the displacement equation y equal to 2a cos omega b t into cos omega a t describes a wave that results from the superposition of two frequencies omega a and omega b. The term cos omega a t represents the average or mean frequency of the wave, while cos omega b t modulates its amplitude. Therefore, we can say that the wave oscillates primarily at the average angular frequency omega a with a varying amplitude due to omega b. However, its amplitude is not constant but varies with time due to the term cos omega b t in it. Amplitude is at its highest when the cosine term cos omega b t reaches its maximum value of either +1 or -1. This happens periodically as the cosine function oscillates between these extremes, where omega v equal to omega 1 minus omega 2 divided by 2 is the angular beat frequency. This variation in amplitude leads to the intensity of the resultant wave waxing up and waning down. If they cancel uh, each other out, the amplitude decreases, making the wave weaker. This is called waning. This variation in amplitude affects the overall intensity of the resulting wave and creates a pattern of loud and soft sounds. Clear? Now, when two waves of slightly different frequencies interfere, they create a phenomena called beats. So, the beat frequency is the difference between two individual frequencies given by 2 omega v equal to omega 1 minus omega 2. Angular frequency omega and linear frequency nu are related by the equation omega equal to 2 pi nu. When two sound waves of slightly different frequencies interfere, they produce a phenomena called beats. The beat frequency nu beat is the difference between two individual frequencies. Nu beat equal to nu 1 minus nu 2. Understanding graphical representation of beats. Two harmonic waves with frequencies of 11 Hz and 9 Hz are considered. So beat frequency is calculated as f beat equal to mode of f1 minus f2. So substitute f1 as 11 Hz and f2 as 9 Hz values, f beat equal to mode of 11 Hz minus 9 Hz. So it will be mode of 2 Hz, or we can say 2 Hz. This means the amplitude of the sound varies twice per second, creating a periodic rise and fall in loudness. Now, when two harmonics waves with frequencies of 11 Hz and 9 Hz interfere, they creates a resulting wave pattern. This interference can produce beats, which are periodic vibrations in amplitude. This phenomena is shown in figure 14.16a and b, illustrating how the waves combine and cancel out over time. So here we have three figures. First 14.1, 14.16a, 14.16b and c. So in this case, the resultant wave shows beats at 2 Hz. 2 Hz, this one, in the diagram, meaning the amplitude of the sound varies twice per second, creating a periodic rise and fall in loudness. The result or outcome matches what was expected or calculated earlier. It shows agreement between the expected and actual results. So confirming the result wave has frequency of 2 Hz. Students, here is the summary of the today's lecture. Air columns, organ pipes, are columns of air within a tube that can vibrate to produce sound and are categorized as either open or closed organ pipes. Open organ pipes are air columns with both ends open to the atmosphere. Closed organ pipes, these are air columns with one end closed and the other open. Standing waves in a closed pipe, a node forms at the closed end and an antinode forms at the open end. Closed pipes only produce odd harmonics, with the fundamental frequency being f1 equal to v divided by 4L. Open pipes, like strings fixed at both ends, produce all harmonics, with the fundamental frequency being f1 equal to v divided by 2L. Beats phenomena is the alternating waxing or waning of sound intensity. Beats occur when two sound waves with slightly different frequencies superpose. Superposition of two waves with slightly different frequencies result in a wave with a varying amplitude, creating a resultant beat wave. Beat frequency of the waxing and waning beats is the absolute beat difference between the beat frequencies of the two original waves. So nu beat equal to mod of nu1 minus nu2. Intensity of the combined sound waxes and wanes with the beat frequency, making it a useful tool for frequency measurements. Now we have practice questions. First, two tuning forks A and B produce 4 beats per second. If the frequency of A is 512 Hz and it is known that B has a higher frequency than A, find the frequency of tuning fork B. A violin string vibrating at 440 Hz is played alongside another string vibrating at 446 Hz. Calculate beat frequency. Two speakers are playing pure tones with frequencies f1 equal to 262 Hz and f2 equal to 258 Hz. If the maximum amplitude of each wave is 2 units, write the equation for the resultant displacement. A piano tuner hears 8 beats per second. When comparing a piano string with a standard tuning fork of 420 Hz, after tightening the piano string, the beat frequency reduces to 2 Hz. What was the original frequency of the piano string? Two waves are represented by S1 equal to 3 cos 628t and S2 equal to 3 cos 632t. Calculate beat frequency and time period between consecutive beats. Thank you for your attention.